Hello, this is Max. Today's story is about a young girl who fell in love with a ghost that inhabited a new body every day. You can subscribe to the channel after watching. It helps us a lot in realizing the content. One morning, Rhiannon, a 16-year-old, gets ready for school while texting her unresponsive boyfriend, Justin. In school, she interacts with her friend Rebecca and then approaches Justin, apologizing for texting him excessively due to his dislike for it. Strangely, Justin claims fault for not replying, which perplexes Rhiannon. He acts in an unusual manner, tucking her hair behind her ear and confusing her further. Rhiannon invites Justin to skip class, and they run off together, holding hands. They listen to music in the car and visit a theme park and beach. They both receive similar fortune cookie messages. Back at her house, Justin appears somber and hints that things will be different tomorrow. Rhiannon kisses him goodbye and comments on his taste when he doesn't smoke. The next day, A's essence inhabits a girl named Amy. Rhiannon notices Justin smoking at school, forgetting her comment from the previous day. Amy, new at school, shadows Rhiannon, and they meet Justin briefly. He appears frustrated and hungover, having no memory of their previous day. Amy confronts him about being unappreciative, leading to an argument. Justin reminds Rhiannon of Steve's party the next day. Rhiannon defends Justin to Amy, who leaves after an odd gesture. The following day, A finds themselves in Nathan's body. Nathan sets alarms and arrives at Steve's party with Justin. Rhiannon tries to catch Justin's attention by changing the music, but he doesn't recognize the song. Nathan's dance catches Rhiannon's eye from across the room. Entertained by Nathan's actions, she joins him and participates in the singing. Their moment is interrupted by Rhiannon's boyfriend, and Nathan discloses that he's Steve's gay cousin. Justin's jealousy fades, and he rejoins his friends. While in a treehouse, Nathan inquires about Rhiannon's feelings for her boyfriend. She stumbles over words. He gestures affectionately, suggesting she can like others. However, Nathan's alarm interrupts their conversation. He hurriedly leaves, sharing his number with Rhiannon. Later, Justin discovers Nathan's deception and confronts him, even throwing a rock at his car window. The next day, Justin shows Rhiannon news about Nathan, claiming he was possessed by the devil after passing out. Justin intends to talk to him, but Rhiannon advises against it. At lunch, Rhiannon discusses a text from Nathan with her friend Rebecca, considering meeting him to hear his side. The following day, she visits a coffee shop to meet Nathan, but encounters a woman, Megan, who explains she has been in Nathan, Amy, and Justin's bodies. Megan reveals her existence as someone who wakes up in various bodies, sharing the same age but never the same one twice. Rhiannon is skeptical, but Megan references their date's fortune and mentions Rhiannon's father. Despite the incredibility, Rhiannon decides to meet again. In another encounter, she is contacted by someone claiming everything she heard is true. They arrange a meeting, and a teenage boy named Day, Crowley in James' body, invites her to a diner. However, Rhiannon's skepticism remains strong, and she subjects A to a series of questions about their time together. Surprisingly, A answers all her inquiries accurately. She probes further, asking about his parents, but he admits he doesn't have their memories, only retaining his own consciousness and the host body's memories. Despite finding this situation melancholic, A maintains a positive perspective, appreciating the diverse viewpoints he gains each day. A shares his Instagram account with Rhiannon, where he posts photos of his experiences in various bodies. Even after his explanations, Rhiannon expresses her need for time to process everything. Later, she visits A's Instagram and looks at the picture of herself with him while he was in Justin's body at the aquarium. She enters her father's room briefly, leaving when he enters. Rhiannon attends church under the guise of a school journalist to talk with Nathan, who agrees to share his story. He believes he was possessed by Satan, which coincides with the events at the party. Nathan recognizes Rhiannon from A's Instagram but is interrupted by a pastor. Back at school, Rhiannon notices someone observing her and decides to follow him. She discovers the student is Vic, who is actually A. She confronts him about Nathan's possession and Satan's involvement. It reveals that he blacks out at 11:59 p.m., ending his day in the host body. Rhiannon expresses frustration for confiding in a stranger on her day as Justin, but A argues that Justin doesn't genuinely care about her, admits his feelings for Rhiannon, and asks for a chance. In Justin's room, she questions her boyfriend about what he values in their relationship. Justin struggles to articulate his feelings and admits to jealousy over Nathan at the party. This prompts Rhiannon to reconsider A's words. The next day, she borrows her sister's car to meet A at the library. Spotting the only person her age, she sits beside him. A, known as George in this body, explains he's homeschooling and needs to memorize 50 facts for his mother within an hour at the library. Rhiannon's curiosity leads her to inquire about A's childhood, where he reveals the isolation he experiences by knowing future events. Sympathetically, she holds his hand and lightens the mood by helping him memorize the 50 facts. When Rhiannon bids farewell with a kiss, George's mother catches them, prompting Rhiannon to flee. The following morning, A experiences a mix of nervousness and excitement as he awakens in Rhiannon's body. She agrees to join a work trip to DC with her mother and displays an unusually joyful smile. Upon arriving at school, A peers into Rhiannon's locker when Justin surprises her with a kiss. A wipes off her lips afterward, and Justin invites her to his place. A, infuriated, berates Justin for not truly understanding Rhiannon. Their argument surprises Justin, and A walks away. A later apologizes to Rhiannon for the mirror at her house. She encounters her father, who's painting various faces, and he invites her to be his muse. A writes a heartfelt letter for Rhiannon before his time in her body ends. The next day, Rhiannon reads the letter and admires her father's painting of her on the wall. Summoning her courage, she breaks up with Justin at his workplace. A calls to check on her, and they decide to meet up. They spend a weekend at Rhiannon's uncle's cabin, discussing leaving memories for the hosts A inhabits. Though A worries about their complex relationship, Rhiannon sees it as remarkable. They share a tender goodbye kiss. However, A doesn't return the next day, leaving Rhiannon anxious and frustrated. She messages him but gets no response. A wakes up in another person's body, about to fly to Hawaii, and calls Rhiannon for help. With her assistance, he escapes the boy's mother's pursuit, and they return to Rhiannon's house. She expresses her frustration about being left alone, explains that he couldn't contact her due to the host's medical situation. They reconcile and converge. Despite A's concerns, Rhiannon assures him their relationship can overcome challenges. The next day, Rhiannon apologizes to her sister for the car damage and decides to confide in her about everything. As expected, Jolene reacts skeptically, urging her sister not to mix her car trouble with her issues. At school, Rebecca expresses concern about Rhiannon being left in the woods by someone. Annoyed by the intrusion, Rhiannon's frustration damages their friendship. On a different note, A wakes up in the body of a despondent girl. The girl, Kelsey, contacts Rhiannon, revealing her intention to end her life. Kelsey's notebook contains her troubling thoughts. Unaware of her daughter's state, Kelsey's father is due to return home the next day. Rhiannon visits Kelsey's house and urges A to seek help for Kelsey's situation. However, A only shares Kelsey's thoughts and is reluctant to make a significant decision for her. Rhiannon advises A to remain in Kelsey's body the following day and stay with her through the night. Miraculously, A succeeds in staying in Kelsey's body. Kelsey confesses her struggles to her father, showing him the notebook. Rhiannon returns home, and her father attempts to discuss her conversation with Jolene. Instead, she questions him about his relationship with her mother, learning he still loves her despite changes over the years. Back at school, Steve hurls insults at Rhiannon due to her association with multiple people. Justin defends her against his friend's comments. She brushes them off and notices A, now inhabiting Hannah's body. In the privacy of Hannah's room, A informs Rhiannon that Kelsey is receiving the necessary help. They share their excitement over saving Kelsey and successfully maintaining one body for an extended period. Asks Rhiannon out on a date, but Hannah already has plans for an anniversary celebration with her boyfriend. Back at home, Rhiannon discusses her concerns about her parents' relationship with her mother, encouraging her to mend things despite changes over time. The next morning, A finds himself in Alexander's body, glancing at the motivational quotes on Alexander's board, which inspire him. At school, A shares his admiration for Alexander's character with Rhiannon, who admits not knowing much about him. After school, Alexander takes Rhiannon to the football field for a playful time with bubbles and water guns. They enjoy themselves until evening. Rhiannon asks A if he could remain in Alexander's body for another day. but he's unsure. Looking ahead, Rhiannon wakes up early the next day, and luckily, A manages to stay in Alexander's body again. A invites her on a date, but her need to study prompts A to try staying in the same body once more, which he succeeds in doing. Meanwhile, Rhiannon's parents' relationship improves, and they share a family meal together. A continues to inhabit Alexander's body, ignoring calls from Alexander's mother. They confess their love and plan to spend the evening together. However, A forgets that it's Alexander's birthday, disappointing his mother. The following day, A remains in Alexander's body and invites Rhiannon to his place. She reconciles with Rebecca, who supports her relationship with Alexander. That night, A discusses his concerns about staying longer in Alexander's body. Rhiannon agrees to return to their previous arrangement, but A believes she should have a chance with the real Alexander for a fulfilling life ahead. He highlights Alexander's qualities, but Rhiannon interrupts. Despite their attempt to make the most of their last night together, A acknowledges that their time is limited. Rhiannon encourages A to leave memories wherever he goes. The next morning, A wakes up in Katie's body and immediately drives away. At school, Rhiannon searches for signs of A without success. The real Alexander approaches her, and she recognizes him as everything A described. Meanwhile, A uploads a photo on their Instagram, understanding the importance of leaving traces and positive impacts wherever they can. If you are interested in such films, please proceed to the next video on the screen and also share your thoughts about this film in the comments. Give us a like and subscribe. Goodbye.